Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Real Shot. This is our live shopping show here. We're doing it at 1 o'clock today. I know a lot of you are on vacation, so we'll let you get a full belly at lunch. And then we're here to do a little shopping inside The Real Shot. So here's the deal, everybody. If you have any comments, any questions, any products that you'd like to see, go ahead and fire them in the chat. We got Andy, producer, is monitoring the chat. Scott's behind the camera. What's up, Scotty? So we're here, and I figured today because, man, with vacation right now and Christmas kind of wrapping up, getting into the new year, what a great time to talk about ice fishing. Obviously, it's getting really, really ramped up. Scott and I went out and filmed the ice report video, so if you haven't seen that, check that out on all our socials. And it was a pretty good time, wasn't it, Scott?
It was.
We found out some great conditions. The bays obviously are premier, but I don't want to give away too much. So go over to our YouTube, Facebook pages, and Fix TV and watch the ice report video. And then we're going to try to get out and do another one. Probably, maybe after this warm up next week, we'll try to get out and shoot some more. So speaking of that, so I figured let's just go through kind of our ice fishing lures and plastics areas here. I know a lot of you were helping us with topics for the podcast that we did this morning, which we really appreciate. And some of them were let's talk a little bit about plastics. So we'll do a quick rendition of that here. And again, everything we're talking about should be available at therealshot.com. If you're in the area and you'd like to stop by, we're kind of centrally located right here in the middle of the store is where typically a lot of the ice fishing stuff is. So we can kind of check that out. But what we're going to do here is go over some of the different styles, some of the brands that we carry here at The Real Shot. And again, fire it in the chat if you do have any questions. So, Scott, let's start right here. So if you look right here, this is kind of a hot one. I think they hit the market last year, the year before. This is a clam Tikka minnow, available in a couple of different sizes, a huge assortment of different colors. So you're looking at like the 16th here, the 3/16ths, and they go on out from there. Real popular bait for everything that swims under the freshwater, from panfish, perch, crappies, bluegills. Then you'll get out here on the Lake Winnebago system. They make some really big ones for like some of the walleye white bass. And then bigger yet for those of you who are fishing maybe the Fox River and De Pere or the, the Bay of Green Bay, stuff like that. So they have some of the bigger sizes. And don't forget, everybody, these aren't just for ice fishing. A lot of you like that ripping style motion for open water, for, everything, again, that swims. So these are a great open water and hard water bait, but the Tikka minnow, very, very popular. And we're going to kind of work our way through the area. If you are a fan of head-to-head, the slab wrap is not only, again, a very popular one for hard water fishing, but we watched Isaac Lockich use that during the Fox River on a head-to-head. I think that was like 2-3 years ago we witnessed that. So the slab wrap, then we run into some of our jigging wraps here with some custom colors from Viper. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, and remember with custom colors, like that one little difference can make the difference literally. So again, all big sizes or small sizes available. But again, a very, very popular lure for everything that swims, especially on the Lake Winnebago system, walleye, white bass. And I did see some reports of a lot of white bass being caught. So if you're looking to go out there and just, put some fillets on the ice right now would be a really good time. Remember, though, as you're going out, be safe. The ice is questionable in some areas. We got to warm up, pushing through, potentially talking about some rain maybe in the forecast. So tread lightly, get a spike, get some, get out a spud bar, get out there, check the ice. But anyways, we roll through. So we got 2s, 3s, 5s, more of the popular sizes. Here's just your standard jigging wraps, a good plethora. And like as we've talked about many times on the show here, we are constantly filling the shelves, filling the pegs. So a lot of these pegs are absolutely super full. But as the bite starts to happen, I don't think they're really fishing out on the main portions of, I think, Poigan, but obviously not Lake Winnebago. These colors will go fast, especially your standards, your black golds, your clowns, some of those more standard colors. So if you're needing to stock up and you got some gift cards to The Real Shot, now is the absolute time to do that. Rolling down here, Scotty. We got your ripping wraps. We hit on this one before here on the show. This one's kind of a cool one. This is our flannel series here for The Real Shot. Just some different styles, just something a little more unique. Maybe that's one for somebody that just, wants to have a fun little bait to put in. So Brody says, I like the rainbow ones. What's up, Brody?
What up, bro, dog?
So, yeah, so flannel series. So, yeah, some really cool ones. And then, again, we've hit on these two, but the Z Viber here is my favorites, especially that 16th ounce. A very, very cool looking bait. Swims well. It's got a bead to it. Single hook, treble hook options that are available. But again, these are some of those reaction style baits, something when these fish are super aggressive, especially in the Lake Winnebago system, chasing those Fox River walleyes. Want something to really, really get those fish fired up, get that school fired up. These are some of those baits for you. Then when you're here searching through these baits, we have a great selection of rods in stock right now, ice rods and reels. The combos are still on sale yet. So if you're looking to add something up that, like, come on in and check that out while you're checking out some of these baits. But if you do have any comments like Brody did, drop them in the chat and Andy will relay them. So Scott, we're going to go backwards here. We're going to go around this way, and then we'll come back and we'll finish with the smaller jigs in the plastic. So again, kind of more of those aggressive baits. We got the K-Rip and the T-Rip from Kender's. This is your tungsten style bait here. These are the regular style. And again, and a whole lot of different colors and arsenals. And that's a cool thing about some of these lures that we're showing you. You know, you can find Wonder Bread in 3 to 4 different companies, but just subtle differences to those baits may help trigger a couple extra bites. I am a very, very big fan of the T-Rips. I like how fast they drop. I like the movement they add. And again, these baits that are coming out with the single hook and the treble hook options, I like those a lot because you can fish a little faster, in my opinion, with that single hook. Yeah, you might miss a couple more fish, but, you know, you'll be able to get that hook out a lot faster and get back down to that active school with something with that single hook. So check those on out. A little bigger profile, too, on the K-Rips. A little different styling, but the T-Rip is awesome, especially now for those perch. While those perch, those panfish, those bluegills are really active. And then you can always upgrade as, you know, you start targeting some of those bigger fish. Now we come down here. Again, if you're kind of looking for this, as you walk into the store, you'll see a big walleye sign up there. And right underneath that walleye sign, doesn't mean it's all walleye baits. It's just our ice fishing selection for right now. So as we're cruising through, if you don't want to shop online at therealshot.com and you want to come in store and check these out for yourself, you know, that's kind of where we're located here, right underneath the walleye sign. Rapala, we got your jig and shad wraps. Again, one of those baits that I think some people kind of don't hit on right away. They go right to the regular jig and wrap, but, you know, just a little different style profile, little glow options, little UV options that are available in that bait. And again, it's just something different. So if you're looking for something a little different, maybe the shad wrap, maybe the RPM metal. Here's a new one, you know, that from Acme, the Stubbs, whatever way you want to call it, kind of a lipless style bait. You know, that kind of came around a lot, couple years ago with the Z-Vibe stuff, and now it's just blowing up. Acme Hyperglide, Hyper Rattle. These guys actually have the wings built in, so they flutter, they fly. You know, not the Hyper Rattle, but the Hyperglide has wings to it. It's hard to see if I tip that up. Can you see that, Scott? Am I holding it wrong?
No, it looks good.
See how the wing, then I close it, the wings go out. Just adds a little more glide, a little more action to that bait. Really, really cool. And again, it's something, again, that will work for not only hard water, but open water as well. So we'll go through here. Actually, let's go have you go bouncing back and forth. Some customer shopping. We'll kind of leave them be. Custom jigs and spins, a great selection from them. So here we kind of get into their jigs, their Ratsos. I really like those. That's a great bait if you are looking to maybe tip it with some spikes, maybe not. It's a great bait. It's, you know, back to lead where it's a little softer fall, a little slower fall. A great looking tail right there. Kind of a mousy looking tail. Am I moving it too fast?
Nope, it's good.
So that, you know, we have still a good selection of those. As we kind of go through, here's another one of my favorites from Custom Jigs and Spins. This is a Rat Finky. I've caught a lot of perch and crappies on that bad boy right there. It's that plastic body on it, and then you tip it with either a minnow or a spike or waxy. Real good bait, especially on tip downs. If you are a tip down fisherman, this would be a great bait for that. And we kind of roll through here. Some other different companies here. Is it Save Big Money at Maynard's? So already getting told, which kind of makes sense. I mean, we hit on that bass type talk. Chip Goy is saying, Let's talk about bass fishing instead of ice fishing. Well, Chip, hey man, just pause the brakes a little. Maybe we'll fly over there and look at that. But this morning we did talk about smallmouth bass fishing on the TRS podcast. So if you haven't listened to that one, go check that out. And I think we're gonna do a two-parter. We may continue that again on Friday if Kyle wants to come on in. He's just a wealth of knowledge. Rolling through here, a lot of like spoon style, teardrop style baits. I've hit on the fact that I love the forage minnow on the Bago system. We got Euro tackle, the T flashers, the Haleys, teardrops here, the Demon from Custom Jigs and Spins, the forage minnow. It's the treble hook style versus single hook style that you see over here. You know, just a huge selection of ice stuff in stock right now, and now is the time to get in here and take advantage of it. And then when Scott pans back around, we're going over here to the Moonshine Lures. You know, just a lot of great quality baits there. And again, it's one of those crossover baits. Open water, hard water, catches a lot of different fish. And they're all different styles. You know, one thing that we kind of hear talk about is these wrap style baits like this is how durable the tails are on them. What are some secret tips to help keep the tails from breaking? Well, some companies you don't have to worry about that so much. Some companies you do have to worry about that, you know, but that's one thing. Try a couple of them out. Everybody makes a version of that style bait now. Try it out for yourself. See if you like the action from one. Maybe the fall rate's a little different. Maybe the big swoop on the jig is a little bit different. So here at the Real Shot, we carry a bunch of different wrap style baits like that may help you catch a couple extra fish. So cover the Moonshine, you know, and the UVs, the super glows. That's just something that's going to, you know, trigger those fish when they get a little finicky. Castmaster, as we work our way into that, single hook Castmasters. We got the Micro series here. This one wants to sneak away. Look at that. That's a cool looking one. Can you guess the color?
Fire Tiger.
Doesn't even say on here. It says SB. Super bad.
Super bad.
Tiger. School bus. Did you know that stood for school bus?
Perfect.
I did. Didn't. I did. Didn't. That's a unique name. Yeah. Now I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's go with this one. I had to cheat. What color do you think that one is?
I can get it to focus. That, sir, is rainbow shad peach.
You were really close. It's purple haze.
It's all in my brain.
Yep.
Lately, things
Haze.
don't seem
My
the same.
brain's a haze today, too. So, Castmaster, a bunch of different stuff from Castmaster over here. Rattlemaster, Castmaster, with the daisy chain, with the micros. There's just so many options here. With the glow, with the copper, with the gold. Just a lot of good-looking ones here. Kind of a standard on the Lake Winnebago system. Right there. Very, very popular. But we got you fully loaded. Fully loaded. You want to bounce over to this side now?
Oh, boy, do I.
Do you? Yeah, I know you did. Here we go. We talked about the pink stuff. We got the buckshot spoons in stock. Give a little extra rattle. Rattle. Sis boom
Thunderclutter.
pa. Just when you need to. Again, I like something like this. They give you the options, right? You know, either you want to run the treble hook on the daisy chain or you just want to run the single hook. That's nice. I like when companies do that. They give you that option. You know, a little more fast, a little more efficient. You know, this Binks company's even throwing in a red treble hook with it. Sometimes that red is all it takes to get the bites here. We're continuing on in the spoon section here at the Real Shot. We're talking ice fishing lures and plastics today on our TRS Shopping Show. VMC, Tingler, Tumbler, Flash Champ, the Rocker, the Rattle. Well, if you could name a bait, Scott, what would it be?
It would be the Fatty Matty.
That's already exist.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Oh,
I like these here, like the Flash Champs. A real good panfish spoon right there in that UV color. This one should be a pretty easy one to guess, right? Is that Fire Tiger? Fire Tiger UV?
that is burning perch.
That's Glow Fire. Glow Fire UV. it's orange. So it's glow orange fire UV. Custom jigs and spins. Back over to clam. Leech flutter spoons. This is something that I really haven't seen a whole lot of. You know, it must be a newer one for us. I like that one. Little dimples in it to give it a little different move. Can you see the angle on that thing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like a warped surfboard.
Yeah. A lot of different action, a lot of different sizes. So if you're looking for something like that, some more. This is called a chandelier. You get it?
How come?
Because it looks like a chandelier.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That's pretty clever.
I put 8 of those on an A rig and
Yeah, it's got a lot of treble hook to it. Hey, now before we go around this way to come back around and go over this way, here's we go. Let's look at this here. So we're back to the Acme company. This is the hammer. Now, again, kind of to that conversation of the tails. Acme, this version here has the ability to change out the tails if you wanted to fish a little different style. They're actually rubber too, so they move a little bit easier. You know, they're a little more resilient. So if you're looking for something like that, we have those bad boys in stock as well. So it's the Hammer TTs. This is Golden Boy. Stay Golden Boy.
Stay golden boy.
Stay
Pony-
Golden
pony
Boy. Hot Zone, Fahrenheit. Ooh, those are some fish catching names. But yeah, again, little different styling in the tails. You got glow purple, clear red, glow chartreuse. But that's really cool there. So again, kind of carrying on with that classic Acme. So we went that way. We covered the Tikka minnows. Then we'll roll over here as we start kind of rolling into some of the plastics. We got your power bait plastics here. We got the Gulp minnow heads. For those who don't want to, you know, constantly be changing out live minnow heads, Gulp makes that variety right there. They actually, look at this, Scott. I'll show you this. They actually have like little tinglies on them. Like it's like you ripped off the minnow's head and it's got like the guts and stuff still attached.
What?
Isn't that crazy? Berkeley thinks of everything. But that's a great one as you want to add meat to a spoon or to a jig, to your rip and wrap style bait, something like that. That's really nice. And then you get into your different body styles from Berkeley. The power bait scent, 18 times longer than fish are going to hold on to that. So that's a very, very popular bait. And the prices are very good. You know, for something like that, that's very fair pricing. And you know, the nice thing about the plastics, keep your hand warmer and the longevity of the baits. So right here from Power Bait, and we work to the Gulp. So comment on this side. We'll just breeze through here real quick. Our ice line selection. A lot of people, again, they come. Rod, yes, Rod, we do sell live bait. We can go check that out here in a minute. So Rod, be patient. We'll get right to your question about the live bait. We'll show you what we carry. But again, when you walk into the store near the Mega Bass wall on the very back of the store, is where most of our open water line is. Your fluorocarbons, your braids and monofilaments. But we have a great selection again near that walleye sign in our ice fishing area of, again, some popular brands in the ice world, you know, better abrasion resistance, better smaller diameters, so on and so forth. So from Suffix to Berkeley to Frost, we have a lot of great quality lines. We have tip-up lines down here. We have the multicolored tip-up lines that are available. So even though they're pegged right here, I'll kind of show you. Well, this is a black one. We have them available, I thought, where they have like the different, yeah, right here.
So
they're like
so many feet, it
yeah.
changes colors?
Yep, exactly. So that can help you, you know, determine how deep you're fishing without having to use a button or a bobber stop or something like that. So again, as we kind of roll through, then we have it in the sun line. Back to the Suffix Power Pro if you like that braid. And then we roll into some of the like the glow resin hooks from VMC, some daisy chain hooks here. For those who are ice fishing, you know, something a little more glowy without having to put a bead on it. Those work great for walleyes under tip-ups, you know, something like that. Northern Pike, again, we have a great selection of stuff here. Custom Jigs and Spins, Northland, you know, a lot of stuff. And then we get into your tackle storage from Clam, Rapala. We got little fly boxes here, bug luggage, Kenders, you know, kind of a nice little array. Look at how big this one is right here from Kenders. Can fit a lot of jigs in there.
She's a monster.
Double-sided like that, waterproof seals on there. Very nice. Something like here from Apollo. Look at that. Should I open it up? Do you hear me? There you go. Look at that. A little bigger baits, your wrap baits. Still haven't pegged up here. Really nice stuff.
Space saver.
Space saver.
Time saver.
Time saver bait buckets. Again, right here. Strike Master bait buckets. We have those available. A little more durable. Going to be freeze proof. Going to help keep that bait fresher a lot longer. Help you catch and fish. Akara, you know, another great company. That's one thing too. Like, not too many shops in the area carry the Akara brand. We love it here. We have great success with it. You know, it's one of those things where we try to carry the stuff not everybody else does, and I think we do a great job of that. Bait pucks. If you do not use bait pucks with your live bait, you are totally missing out. If you're still using, you know, tobacco tins or something like that, those work really great, but the bait pucks are where it's at. For me, I like them. They're crush proof. They keep the bait fresher a lot longer, kind of like what we talked about with the bait buckets. And the cool thing here is you have the red and yellow. You can put spikes in one, you can put waxies in one, have the other one in the other one. So that way when you're kind of catching the fish, you don't have to guess which one you have. I like the bait pucks. They are absolutely awesome. Plus you split up some of the spikes or waxies that we're going to go to. Hand your buddy some. Here you go. Leave me alone. Go catch your own fish.
Plus, when you get bored, you can play a little hockey.
Yeah, you can throw them at each other when the fish aren't biting.
Oh, yeah.
Then you get into your line clippers here. You get into these right here. So this right here, a lot of the reels now that have or the rods that have the Tennessee handles, you need something like this to put your reel on there for the reel seat. Basically castration bands. But the cool thing about it is inside this, you slide the rod handle in there, you put your castration bands over, slide them up over the top. Allows you to put a lot of them in there. Plus, this thing will hold some of those castration bands in there. That's from Cold Snap, a great company. So that's all here. And then, the toothpicks. My favorite hook remover right there with the retracting lanyard. I like forceps too for northern pike and things like that, but the toothpicks are absolutely wonderful. Glow boxes here to glow up those jigs and those glow baits. Just nice standard. For ice rod holders as well for rod? Is that what you were saying, Andy? Okay. Well, Rod, let's answer one question first, and then we'll get into the rod holders. Look over here. We're getting hammered. I mean, a lot of people are going out ice fishing right now. Spikes right here. I think they got to kind of restock. Bait comes, what is today, Wednesday?
It is.
Bait comes Thursday, I believe. They got spikes, red and white ones in the tub, so they'll count some of those out. This right here.
What do we got?
Beaver tail. That's actually beaver tail. This is a great plastic right here. This thing is awesome. It's actually not plastic. It's beaver tail, I should say. But this is awesome if you like that live bait option, but don't want to have to constantly be changing out live bait that smells. And it's got some great colors to it, and it holds on the hook a lot longer. I've had a lot of fish be caught on one of these without having to change it up. So we do have the beaver tails in. That was one of the more popular questions we got. And we have some customers right here kind of scooping minnows. We got rosy reds. We got sucker minnows. We got golden. We got emerald shiners. We got your regular small and medium fat heads available. Kind of self-serve right here. Don't abuse the self-serve. But then we also have buckets. There's buckets all over the store if you need a styrofoam bucket. We sell the sitting fishes. You know, there's other style Frable minnow buckets, ones with aerators if you need an aerator. So we do have those options available as well. So, Rod, we have a lot of live bait, and it looks like if we're getting low on spikes and waxies, we'll get some in real soon. I know bait comes again tomorrow, but there's our prices too. You can also go online, I think, and check out the prices as well. He had another question. It was about rod holders for ice fishing. I think that was one of the questions. Okay. Well, let's go see, Rod, if we can find somebody that can maybe point us in the right direction if we do carry some rod holders. So, here we go. Look at this, Rod. Here's a rod holder from JT's. Right there. Is that something you're looking for? We got it. Right here. There's an option for you. Kind of in the different world of rod holding, though, you could use a the iFish Pro 2s. You could use the finicky foolers. Here's kind of our tip up. Here's one thing too while you're over here. This is like a glow paint. You put it on your minnows. You dip the tail in there for northern pike fishing, or, you know, whatever you may doing with live minnows, and it adds a little fluorescent pink or orange or yellow to it, green, and it's just a little different, you know, but it's another cool little option. We sell a ton of these. They're rather inexpensive, and they're going to last you a long time. Speaking of tip ups, we got leader material on one side. There's more leader material on another side. But Rod, I think that is one of the rod holders that we have right there. It says rod holder accommodates 24-inch and up to 48-inch rod and reel combination. So we got your rattle reels right here for those who are maybe fishing out of permanent shacks or want to have something dead stick right there. We do carry rattle reels. Nice little convenient clip right here. Boom, shaka, laka. Hopefully that answers.
What about that dangler? Is that a good rod holder?
The dangler is a tip down. So I can show you here. So we talked, it is a rod holder. I mean, but
It's holding the rod.
It's holding the rod right now. But yeah, it's a really awesome, compact, portable tip down. Works really, really smooth. The nice thing about the dangler is this right here allows you to put it on any of your. Oh, cool. Thanks, Rod. Rod said that's exactly what he was looking for.
Awesome.
But this allows you to put your favorite rod and reel and use it on the dangler. That little strap that comes with the standard kit. And then this rod reel combination right here, as we show you here, Scott, to my right, we actually pre-built these. This is the HT Ice Blues rod with a standard kind of, spoolie reel right here. It's a real lightweight setup. It's a very inexpensive setup, but it works perfectly with the dangler. As I go down here, you can see the dangler just kind of sets on there. Once you find the right balance on your favorite rod reel combination, fish takes it, and then it's real easy. See how that just flips up and out of the way to get that out of there. So right now, too, with panfish, perch, crappies being caught, the dangler setup is awesome. Very, very lightweight, very inexpensive. You can either get it with the combo pack, like you see here, for $50, or you can buy it on its own for $34.99. But the dangler is awesome if you are a tip down fisherman. We were gonna let's end it over here unless we get any more comments. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to leave some stuff for other TRS live shopping shows. There's so much ice fishing stuff to cover in here. Oh, and then Chip's like, we'll do bass. We'll do bass with Kyle in here. I'm not going to pretend like I'm Kyle Carpenter of the bass fishing world. Jigs on this. Who said that? Rod. All right, Rod. Cool. And well, you're going to absolutely love him. That's a cool name too, Rod. That's
Rod holder.
Rod holder, hot rod. That's his nickname from now on. Thanks for watching, Rod, hot rod. Okay, Fiskas. We got your Wolfgram jigs. We got your tungsten jigs. A lot of great colors, a lot of great styles. Glow, not glow. This micro sizes. And these ones, you're just gonna have to. I would recommend. Here's how I would shop some of the jigs, since we have so many styles and so many different options. I would go over by the minnow tank area where we just left. That's full of live bait. Grab a sitting fish, pull up a chair, and just spend about 2 hours searching through all the baits that we have. Because you'll be like, do you have that one? And I'm like, first of all, I need to borrow Scott's glasses to find them. And I'm sure we have it, but you just got to look, because there's so many great baits in here. I mean, look at this thing, Scott. Like, if I was looking around, I'd be like, is there even a bait in there? Look how small that jig is.
Yeah. You know what I would do? I'd go out on the ice and find out who's killing it.
And
Ask them what freaking jig they're using.
That's tiny. So that's what I'm saying. You want to know exactly what colors. That's clown. If I'm looking at there, I feel like a clown, because I'm not seeing any clown in there at all.
If you put that in my hair, I think I got a tick on me.
Yeah, right? That's how small those are. But, I mean, that's just cool. That shows the options. So, anyways, yeah, I would just pull up a sitting fish and just look all the way around. Because you got the Fiska brand, very, very popular. We roll into that Kender's brand, and it's just simple style differences on like we talked about today on the podcast. With eye line tie placement, hook placement, hook styles, angles of the hooks. There's so many different options out here that you just got to kind of try a couple of them to see what works best for you. Then as you roll into, you got some of the hair jig series that are coming out with some of these companies. Again, this is a Kender's tungsten Akua jigs. It's a pretty neat one. And then on that end cap, we have some other jig, hair jig series, but really just shows you here's kind of like a larvae. This is a waxworm style jig already tied up for you. I'm trying not to move it, sorry.
It's all good.
So there you go. So there's a whole bunch of different styles. And again, some of those companies that not everybody carries, like the Kender's brand, an awesome company. Hopefully not everybody carries it. Hopefully just a Real Shot carries it because it's a phenomenal company. Then you get into one of my favorites here, the Akara brand. A phenomenal company. You have the eye lines, the tie-throughs where you have to actually slide the line through the entire bait, do a snell knot on it. Then you have some that do have the line ties on them. And we roll over here, you got the spear style baits. Again, look at how small that thing is. Just absolutely tiny. So when those fish get super, super finicky, we got the jigs for you to help catch those fish. I'm going to show you right here, Scott. I'm going to show you my favorite one, okay? From the Akara brand.
Fire Tiger.
Nope. This is something totally different.
Chartreuse.
It's gold, okay? Here we go. We're going way down here. I personally placed these down here. No, I didn't. But so you, the customer, can't find them because this is my favorite bait right here. The Akara Tungsten Devil. This thing is awesome. It is awesome. It falls right. It's got a big enough profile. It's got a tiny, tiny treble hook. Even though I say I like the single hooks, right? Because it's a lot more efficient fishing. I absolutely love the Akara Tungsten Devil. And there's the gold. That's right here. And then they have the black option. So right here, I'll try to hold them so you can look them side by side. These are phenomenal. They are phenomenal baits. So simplistic. They fall right. They got just enough action to them. That hair, the perfect hair on that tiny, tiny treble hook. Tip them with a couple of waxies. Tip them with a couple of spikes. Dynamite bait from Akara.
What do we got on top here? Is that hot sauce? We got some bottles up here. Is that hot sauce?
That's engine oil, bro.
Engine oil.
For those who are still using gas, we have some Eskimo engine oil. We have more gulp up here, small solo guys. Again, something that works through on ice fishing and open water. And we roll around here. So many jigs, and it doesn't end. Roll around here, Google Eye jigs, tungsten jigs. We got so many jigs. It's crazy. Here's the one. Is this the one I wanted to look at? Yeah, the sling blade. So that hook actually pivots in there. Kind of moves back and forth, hence the name Sling Blade. You ever see that movie?
No.
You've never seen Sling Blade?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, you have to. I love Sling Blade. I want to watch it again. Billy Bob Thornton's in it. Dude, it's the best. I roll into plastic. I like these plastics. That doesn't even sound like them, but it's good. Wedgies. Kind of what I'm dealing with right now. I got a little wedgie rolling on here. Nuggies, skimpies, micro nuggies. The little Adam stuff, phenomenal. Here, the silkies. Look at these. These are cool. Those are a nice addition to any of your favorite jigs. Slide right up there, give it a little different. It's like a mustache style plastic. Power bait continuation. P3, baby. So many different styles and colors and assortments. Again, this is just go over there, grab a sit and fish, and just look through the P3 selection because it is absolutely huge. Moving through here. I did a little research on this, and I don't remember. Just like my Factor Fictions this morning. Bloodworms. It's almost like it's like one of the number one fish meals out there. You find them in tunnels. The fish absolutely go crazy for bloodworms. But again, that popular Akara brand, bloodworms. Look how tiny those are. Can you imagine trying to hook those up? Those would be useful, I think, on a single like jig style hook without the lead on it.
That's
And a
ridiculous.
split shot.
You need my glasses just to line it up on.
Yeah. Honeyworms. We got them from Power Bait.
What'd you call me?
So,
honeyworm.
so we got them, everybody. We got a lot of plastics here. We got a lot of baits here for ice fishing. Right now is the time with the warm weather coming up. A lot of you are still off for the holidays, so come into the Real Shot. Get live bait. Live bait still believe it comes every Monday and Thursday, so we are fresh 2 days a week with the freshest live bait and a huge selection of ice fishing tackle and gear and rods and reels. And our holiday shop-a-thon sale is still going on, wraps up shortly, so don't miss out on that. But today is our shopping show. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you learned a couple of things. Hopefully you found some products that you were looking for. And we'll see you real soon on the next one. Again, little Adam, C9 cent. Just one of those things. I don't think everybody carries that stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again at TRS Live Shopping.